Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to FSD and Chill Nighttime Edition, where we speak at a level that will help ease you into sleep. Just leaving work down in the city in Philadelphia. It's a rainy night here in the city. You might hear a little noise. That's just my window. I've got to put my badge out here. Don't mind that. Don't mind that. I'll lower this in post so you guys won't have to hear these loud noises here.
Now turn right onto Chestnut Street.
Maybe I'll even put a little bit. I might even start another episode. Or I might start this episode after I get out of this second one here, because for an ASMR and chill, this is probably going to be a little tough to noise reduce. That's all. Come on. Got some music blaring behind me. That's okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, just in case we decide to go ahead and start this over,
Now turn right onto
we are here in the city, leaving work, and what is this person doing? They're just gonna go? This is crazy. This is a little bit crazy. They're not just treating this like a stop sign, are they? Okay, are they doing it? Okay, looks like they are. That's good, okay. So, we're here in the city. We're making our way home, and it's been an 8.5-hour day. We just got done work, and I can't turn this down anymore, unfortunately. So this is going to be annoying. I wonder how I can turn the volume off for this, because I don't want it to impact you guys while you're trying to listen to this. So lights were out there a little bit. There was a power outage in the city, and the lights are out. So I had to kind of get my bearings there, because traffic was flying and that first car didn't stop. They didn't really respect the fact that they're supposed to treat that light like a stop sign. And because of that, I just wanted to make sure that I was paying my full attention to the road. And I couldn't focus on this podcast. So now, I am just heading home. It's raining out. And we've got a nice rainy night to drive for full self-drive and chill nighttime edition. So I'd recommend you listen to this maybe while you're laying down, getting ready to go to sleep. And you can see we just got cut off by this person in front of us. But that's okay. We're going to take it nicely because it's raining outside, and I don't like to drive aggressively in the rain. If this wasn't raining outside, I think I probably would have cut that guy off, to be quite honest with you. I'm sorry, not cut him off. I would have not let him cut me off, is what I mean. But in the rain, I like to drive a little bit slower. Just a little bit more cautiously. And in just a moment, we're going to throw on full self-drive. My stomach feels a little bit off. I don't know if it could be the farmer's fridge food that I ate, because there was a power outage at 30th Street Station, as I mentioned, and who knows how long it's been sitting there. So there's a potential for that. And it's always a concern. Now in the rain here, we're driving a little bit more cautiously. don't like being in the middle lane or don't like being in the right lane here. I prefer to be in the middle lane because the middle lane seems a little bit safer. People can go around you from either direction and you don't have to really worry about it. I don't use full self-drive often in the rain. This will be a rare time I would throw it on here, and I think I will put it on. It's probably going to tell me that it's going to be a little degraded because it is nighttime and it is raining out. So I'm not sure if I should put it on or if I should grin and bear it and drive this myself. I've been very fortunate to have the full self-drive because most nights I just let the car drive for me. But in cases like this, weather like this, sometimes it's good to just take over the car and drive. Again, as I mentioned, long day of work for me. Doing taxes. Taxes are very boring work. If you've ever worked with taxes, I'm sure you understand. It's not the most fun. But that's okay. I've been doing it for 14 years, and I've always dreamed of doing something more. Have you ever dreamed of doing something more than you do now? Do you find yourself in a job, in a relationship, in an apartment, in a house, or in a life generally that you just don't think aligns with your ultimate goal? That's okay. A lot of people feel that way. There's always time to change. It's never too late. Just make sure you always stay focused on the life you want and the goals you'd like to achieve. I can recall one time where I gained a little bit of weight, and I wasn't happy with my weight. And I decided I needed to try a diet. I ended up going on the ketogenic diet, and I lost a good amount of weight. I lost 25 pounds in 42 days. And I felt great. Eating that way made me feel so good. And in just that amount of time, I felt like a new person. And that car is crazy in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. That car is driving like a maniac in the rain, and people like that cause accidents, unfortunately. Rain is no joke. You can slip. It can be very dangerous. So it's important that you drive safely in the rain. But like I was saying, it's great to do something and change your circumstances. You feel good about it. It's good to be productive. Can you think of something that you could do tomorrow that you could be productive? Can you think of something that you have been putting off doing that maybe, just maybe, you can find a little time to do it tomorrow? Think about how good it would feel to finally take that thing that you've been putting off and finally get it done.
1,000 feet, keep right to take Interstate 76 west toward Valley Forge.
I bet it'd feel pretty good, wouldn't it? Do you like driving in the rain? Do you like being inside, cuddled up with a blanket when it rains? A lot of people find it a very nice feeling when they're cuddled up inside and it's raining outside. They find that it's very relaxing to hear the pitter-patter of the rain. Are you feeling tired now? Are you feeling relaxed? Uh-oh. Something fell. I'm not sure what. Because, well, I've got things in place here that shouldn't really impact that. So I don't know what that was. The recorder is still here next to me on the seat. Maybe it was something that fell from the puppy bed. We have a puppy, a 4-month-old Bichon Frise. His name is Ollie. He's white with a fluffy coat. He's a friendly guy. He likes to lick you. He likes to play with you. He likes to go for walks. And he loves to follow his mommy around. He feels safest when he's closest to his mommy. He likes to play with daddy. I also have a cat. Her name is Kitty. She's about 4 years old. She's a great cat, very smart. She goes outside and plays all day, and she uses the restroom outside. We almost never have to change her kitty litter. Kitty's very friendly when she knows you. She likes to be close to humans, but she doesn't like to be too close, or for too long. Sometimes Kitty gets tired of being too close and she wants to go sit by herself again. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you like to be by yourself sometimes? Do you find it can be relaxing or maybe recharging to be on your own for a bit? I think a lot of people can relate to you, and they probably feel the same way. Do you have any hobbies you like to do? Think about them now. How do they make you feel? How long have you done them? Do you know a lot of others that like the same hobby? I like to play video games. I don't get to do it very often. Not anymore, at least. When I was young, I played a lot of video games. And it was a lot of fun. My favorite games growing up were Madden, NFL 2K, NBA 2K, NHL 2000 and all those. And, well, NHL 2K was fun as well. I also like the EA Sports Fight Night. As you can see, I was really into the sports games. I did at times have Nintendo systems as well. And I enjoyed Zelda, Mario Party, Mario Kart, Wii Sports was a lot of fun too. Did you ever play Wii Sports? I remember when Wii Sports came out. It was very exciting. Motion controls in a game. They said you could bowl with friends without ever going to a bowling alley. You could play tennis without ever going to tennis courts. Play baseball without ever going to a baseball field. And it was a lot of fun. Me and my friends really enjoyed it. I got the Wii U as well. And the Wii U was, in many ways, what set up the Switch. It gave Nintendo the idea. Of course, with things like that, oftentimes what happens is the idea that we have isn't the final idea that we stick with. And in Nintendo's case, that's what happened. The Wii U gave them the idea and gave them the lessons and skills they needed to make the Switch. And of course, the Switch is a very popular game console. Now here we're coming up to someone who's a very nervous driver. And they're going severely under the speed limit. I normally would not pass somebody in the rain. But in this case, they're going very slow. I also may have missed it, but this almost looks like a Cybertruck in front of me. And part of me is curious and wants to see. Of course, I might never get to make it to the Cybertruck if it is one. And that's okay. Sometimes we don't have to know the things that we think we need to know. Sometimes it's okay to not know. There on the right, we just saw an advertisement for the Please Touch Museum. Have you ever been to the Please Touch Museum? Have you ever been to a museum and tried to touch things? The last time I was at a museum and I tried to touch some things, they told me that I wasn't allowed to do it. So I probably should go to the Please Touch Museum. How are you guys doing? Are you sleeping yet? Are you enjoying the full self-drive and chilled nighttime edition? I know what you're thinking. This is not full self-drive and chill. This is Sean Drive and chill. But full self-drive is a new technology. It's raining pretty hard. And we don't want to risk the full self-drive in the rain. At least not yet. Did you work today? Think about your day. What did you do? Where did you go? Who did you see? What did you eat? How did you feel? Whatever the answers to those questions, it's okay. That's what was meant to be. You see, oftentimes in life, we are put exactly where we are meant to be. Other times in life, when maybe we aren't where we're supposed to be, I believe the universe tries to give us signs to show us that we are not where we are supposed to be. Have you ever had signs that you were not where you were supposed to be? Pretty soon we'll be coming up to the Westchester exit. Westchester, PA is a college town. I have two friends that went to Westchester. Very cool school. Very nice. College is an exciting time. A very exciting time. When you are young and full of possibilities, the world seems like it was created just for you. You dream of doing all the things that you want to do, and you are certain you will do them. Here's another person who doesn't seem to think that driving in the rain is any different than driving in regular weather. We've also gotten up to that car and, well, we can see it's not a Cybertruck. And that's okay.
Now take the US 202 south ramp on the right. In 500 feet, take the US 202 south ramp on the left toward Westchester.
Have you ever made the most of an opportunity?
Now take the US 202 south ramp on the left.
Sometimes in life, things happen to us. We can't control them. This podcast you're listening to, this is one of those times where something happened to me and I wasn't happy about it. But I thought to myself, how can I make this better? How can I turn a bad situation, maybe even into a good one? That's what brought about this podcast, or this video. We don't have to label it. It can be whatever you want it to be. here in Pennsylvania, we have Wawa stores. Have you ever heard of a Wawa store? Do you have a Wawa store near you? Maybe you have a Sheetz store. Sheetz is another store that is similar to Wawa that some people have near them. Also of note is we have finally activated full self-drive for the remainder of this podcast. We put it on chill mode, which means it's going to relax. It's going to drive nice and slowly. And it's not going to worry about getting somewhere faster. It's just going to worry about getting there. And isn't that what we should all do? Isn't it nice to just take a moment and realize that as long as we're getting somewhere, it doesn't matter if we get there slowly or if we get there fast, just so long as we get there. Do you find driving at night to be an inspiring experience? As you drive down the road and see the closed stores who are shut down for the night, but their neon signs pierce the night sky. Stores filled with things that shoppers will come look at the next day. Stores with workers just like me and you. Stores where things need to get done. Stores where people will meet and hang out. As we drive down this road, I find it interesting the chill mode on my car is going almost as fast as standard and almost as fast as hurry mode. Here comes a car in the middle lane who wants to go a little faster than we're going. And so they pass us. And that's okay. We don't let that bother us. I'll be home a little bit later than usual tonight because I set up the microphone, I set up the video, and I decided that I wanted to do a podcast for you guys. So I'll be home a little bit later, and then I've got to brush my teeth. Then I have to floss. Then I have to put my Invisalign retainer in. Then I have to put my pajamas on. And then I have to foam roll. I like to foam roll because it really feels good for my back. You see, I have scoliosis, which is a curvature of the spine. And working with a foam roller really helps my back feel a little bit better. Do you have any painful parts of your body? What do you do to make them feel better? Can you picture how good they feel when you do those things that make them feel better? I can picture how good it feels to go on the foam roller and roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae, cracking each one as I go. And it feels so good. And then I twist my body side to side, and I get a nice crack that way as well. I think we'll take back over and we'll finish out the drive. It's late. I'm a bit tired. And the full self drive did a great job. But I'd like to go a little faster. And that's okay. So I take back control. And I take us to our destination. I'll have some more editing to do. And I hope that me speaking at this level is okay. Because even speaking a little bit louder when I did this podcast the other day in the daytime, well, it sounded pretty low. almost home. 54% battery. We're gonna have to hope to find a charger, or we're in trouble for tomorrow. Well, on second thought, I shouldn't say that. To say someone is in trouble, or that I'd be in trouble, is not the case. I would just have to get up a little bit earlier and charge the car. And that's okay. We do need some water in the house. Unfortunately, we ran out. So I'll need to go to Whole Foods to get some. So let's hope I can find a charger tonight. Well, I'm almost about home now. Almost about time for me to lay in my bed, in my pajamas, and finally close my eyes and go to sleep. We're turning into the lot here. I bet it's a little more quiet. There's no more pitter-patter of the rain. There's no more wind blowing against the car. Now we will wait for the gate to let us in to the garage. As we prepare to part ways for the night, I want to thank you for listening in. I hope that you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, there's a blue Tesla parked on the second floor charger. And this Tesla particularly, was parked in a charger for over 30 some hours over the weekend. Luckily, this third floor charger here is available, and we'll be able to park here. This helps us a lot, as we will not have to worry about finding a charger tomorrow. Well, we're in park. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoy the rest of your sleep. Good night.